What is up, everybody, and welcome to a new video in which we are going to discuss 3 ways in which you can see the Porsche 917. Now, before jumping into where you can actually find the car, let's jump into the history of the Porsche 917. It was first built in 1969. Porsche had to build 100 of them in order to be regulated to race at Le Mans and other endurance races that year. But the car wasn't very successful in 1969, so they made a lot of adjustments in 1969-1970, which led eventually to the 917K, the one that we know best today. And well, basically the rest was history. They won Le Mans in 1970 and 1971, and then regulation changes basically rendered the 917 unusable in 1972. That's a very brief history, but really the question is, what happened to those 100 917s? And well, we're going to explore that a little bit today and see where you can find at least some of them. And your first best bet of seeing a 917 is in the Porsche Museum located in Stuttgart. There are always 5 or 6 917s on display in the middle of the museum. It's like they are there in all their glory, and they are there with different iterations and different liveries. You can find the 917-20 Pink Pig, the 30 Can-Am car with it's like the blue one with the yellow stripes. It's like the monster of Can-Am. It's also known as the car that destroyed Can-Am just because it was so fast and so powerful. There's always a 917 Golf livery, always a long tail, I think. So that's your first best bet of seeing a 917 or being able to see a 917. But it's not really that exciting to see it standing still. I mean, we want to see it racing. We want to see it producing sound. We want to see it power sliding through a corner. And that's something that you won't find at the museum, even though you can walk around the car for hours and just look at it in silence, which is basically a blissful experience as well. But it's not really the same as seeing it, for example, at the Festival of Speed, where it looks a little bit like this. Festival of Speed has an enormous range of cars that is there every single year, and if you go there for like 2, 3 or maybe 4 years, you'll not only have seen a 917, definitely a 917, but also a lot of other cars that you wanted to see in all your life. So the Festival of Speed then is a very, very good place to be able to spot a 917, and especially this year, 2018, because Porsche will celebrate its 70th anniversary at the Festival of Speed, and it will be the honored mark, as they call it. So I wouldn't really be surprised if Porsche took half of its entire museum to the Festival of Speed to drive all of those cars up the hill climb, and that includes probably a few 917s. Now, that is my guess, my educated guess, but really, if you want to see a Porsche 917 and you want to visit the Festival of Speed, 2018 might be the perfect year for you. Now, the third way where you're going to see a Porsche 917 almost definitely is going to be the Le Mans Classic, and there you can expect sights that look a little bit like this.
Ensuite, elle a été rendue
seeing a Porsche 917 is one thing, but seeing it in its natural habitat at Le Mans, where it was basically born, is something completely else. The Le Mans Classic has a special place in my heart. It's an extremely beautiful place, and it's just, when you go there to the Le Mans Classic for 3 or 4 days, it's an escape from reality. And the fact that the 917 is there almost 90% of the time, I mean, we have gone there for the past 5 editions. The Le Mans Classic is every 2 years, and 4 out of those 5 editions there was at least one Porsche 917, and in 2018 there will be 5 or 6, including a Porsche 917 Longtail, and they should all be driving in grid 5 of the Le Mans Classic race. So it's going to be a very exciting year for the Festival Speed and the Le Mans Classic. You can find the information about these events in the description down below. This is not a sponsored video at all, this is just really informing you guys about what is going to happen this year, and basically bringing you to at least one of our favorite cars, and I think one of your favorite cars as well, because the Porsche 917 is just simply legendary. It's beautiful, it sounds amazing, and it's a lot of fun and a really great and unique experience to see it racing around, well, Le Mans or anywhere else. So if you're interested, check the links down in the description. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and enjoy a few other shots of a Porsche 917 in action.